Yeah.
Right, this is Robin. His layout is Eastgate Harbour, and he's just going to explain a little bit about the layout, where it's come from, and so on and so forth. So I'll pass it over to you now, Robin.
Eastgate Harbour is inspired by Folkestone Harbour, which is no longer there as a station, on the Kent coast, South Kent coast, which was a port that from where you could go by boat to Calais, Dunkirk, Boulogne. It stopped being used when the Channel Tunnel opened. So this is inspired by Folkestone, but it's not Folkestone.
Yeah.
It's Eastgate. Into the station can be electric units, can be boat trains, it can be freight. The freight trains can then extend onto the harbour arm, where they can be shunted through the customs shed and ready for loading onto boat. It consists of a lot of the features of Folkestone. It had many bridges that went across the track so that the passengers could get straight onto the boats. It had mobile cranes that ran along the harbour wall for the full length of the harbour to transfer goods. It had a swing bridge as you approach the station, which gave access to the inner harbour.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, the swing bridge was never motorised. It was always operated,
just always static and
operated by ropes and chains.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, never motorised, because the inner harbour was very small and really only accessed at high water when it was needed.
Right, okay.
The interesting thing about Folkestone was that it was approached on a gradient, so that trains leaving Folkestone Harbour had to take a run at the gradient and were often banked by about 3 tank engines to get them up the hill. I haven't done that here. I've left the gradient out because for operational reasons that makes it a bit easier. But the layout does incorporate very many southern features of the time. It's set in 1947, just after the war. The war's finished, but there's still quite a lot of military presence going to and from Europe. As you look at the layout, you'll see the Art Deco style of station building that was as popular with Southern, and the customs house with the coat of arms on the front there. I've added attention to detail with the town. Some of the buildings that you see are prototypical for that area, and I've incorporated a chandler's and a working cinema showing a film of the day.
The cinema is brilliant. I love it. I think it's an amazing piece of kit.
It's just something totally different I've never seen before.
I've never seen on anything before. It's a brilliant piece of kit.
And that just used up a bit of wasted space, because with the fiddle yard being where it is, I had that area that was doing nothing. And those bits of the layout could go on anything. So yeah, we run a regular service of 2-car units, electric units in and out. They're running third rail as a southern practice. Boat trains and the occasional Pullman car that for those that are paying full first class.
Yeah.
One of the main features of the layout is the 1926 Leeds Castle steamer, which was typical of the type of steamers that would have used on the cross-channel services of the day. It's fictitious, it didn't exist, and it's actually modelled on the King George V, built for the Clyde.
Right, okay.
But when you see a big boat that's 42 inches long on the front of a layout, it draws the eye.
Definitely does. One of the big things that makes me chuckle is the fight in the middle of the tracks over.
Well, not everybody gets on with everybody, do they?
Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome.
And we'll catch you again.